Exiled Soldiers podcast number 2. You motherfucker. I'ma kill you, alright? Hello and welcome to the Exiled Soldiers podcast number 2. I'm joined by my co-host Sparrow and, of course, myself, Rebel Mikey.
Howdy.
Today podcast, we will be joined by 3 amazing guests that all co-own a very cool Discord server called The Hangout. We have Tessa.
Hi.
Anthony.
Hey there.
And Sean.
Hello.
All right. So, with the first thing on our list today for topics and conversation, so when it comes to movies and music, a lot of times stuff goes together, like actors and bands and everything. But does anybody know who the actor Jeremy Renner is?
Yep, we
Of
do.
course.
Yep.
Okay, did you know he has a band?
I did not know
No.
that.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Nope.
He has
What's
a
the
really,
band?
he's really good. I recommend you check
If
him
you
out.
don't know
after
who
this,
Jeremy
too.
Renner, he plays Hawkeye in Avengers. So
In the
Mhm.
Avengers.
yeah, but yeah, he can sing.
Yep.
He can sing all right,
He can sing really well.
very well.
Like, his music's like a pop mix of rock, and it's really good.
What's the name of his band?
Jeremy Renner.
Oh.
it's like Lieutenant. It's like Lieutenant Dan. New Lieutenant Dan band.
It's like Bon Jovi. What's your band name?
Bon Jovi.
But okay, so on the music of topic, what is everybody's favorite genre here? We'll start off from the beginning to the bottom. So basically, we'll start with Ghost. Let's go, Ghost.
Well, favorite on top is always rock, and I go rap, more gangster rap, and then country right after that. But it's all been rock for me for the majority of my life.
All right, Sparrow. What about you?
That's that, gotta get that classic stuff in, like the old times, like AC/DC, Neil Diamond, all those classics back then, Bruce Springsteen. It's just those stuff,
Tessa.
I don't have a specific favorite genre. I just can tell you what I really fucking don't like. And that's honestly, I can't stand country music. Anything else.
Amen,
Country music is
preach.
screamo. I can't fucking stand
Preach.
it. Anything else. I will literally listen to gospel instead of those.
My only
Amen.
problem is it depends on the type of country music you're talking about with me. But
I mean,
I
like,
can see where you.
that- Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
continue.
It's like, yes, I will admit there is those diamonds in a rough, good country songs. But like I said, it is a diamond in the rough. It is so incredibly hard to find country music that isn't about one of the following
Okay.
topics.
I could guaranteedly prove you wrong right now because I listen to country music every day. But what I'm saying is it's a stereotype, and I understand the stereotype because a lot of the actors, the singers and bullshit nowadays are all about sad songs, and it's really gone to dog shit. So I can see where your hate for it comes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Sean.
I mean, I just want to add, I don't want to be singing about my ex-girlfriend or my truck in the backyard for any country music. So, but other than that, alternative rock or grunge is actually like Nirvana. Linkin Park is actually a favorite. So anything that keeps me awake. So I used to listen to it always in the car radio instead of the actual radio that plays the same songs over and
Let
over
that
and over
body
again.
set the
I hate
floor.
that
Let
shit.
that body
That's
set
what
the
ruins
floor.
it.
Fucking mood.
Yep.
That
All right,
has
with
ruined
me,
music for me.
yeah, radios really do ruin music.
I heart
with me-
radio over here. Just kidding.
With me, I'm a very picky person when it comes to music, especially country music, because I love country music, and I will give you credit, people. There are a lot of stupid, remade, overdone bullshit songs about fucking crying and sadness, but if you really want to listen to good country, I can give you a few good artists that don't do that and don't wash the name. But like personally, I'm a John Denver, Justin Moore, Eric Church kind of guy. I also like rock and roll, but I'm very picky on everything. Like I listen to everything, but if it doesn't catch my ear and make me bob my head to it, I don't like it.
You know, there's a few people that I didn't realize classify as country music, like Mumford and Sons, and their song
Yeah.
"I Will Wait." I didn't realize that classify as country.
Did you
What?
Who here likes the song
Yeah.
"Sitting at a Bar" by Rehab?
Never.
I
heard that
definitely
song.
do.
That is
definitely
actually a
That is a
country song. It is 100% classified as a country song,
Hmm.
and
I
it's
hear
by
the
Danny
twang behind
Boone.
it. I hear the twang behind
Mhm.
it, so I get it.
That song was written by Danny Boone before he got into meth, and then when he got out and actually cleaned himself up, he got into country rap with a bunch of other people, and he's actually a really good artist now.
Hmm.
hmm
I've been listening to that song for years, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody thought it was rock and roll until one day we're sitting at school, some kids over here arguing with me. I'm like, dude, you can Google it. You got a computer right in front of you. He Googles it. He goes, oh my God, I actually like a country song. Ah. All right. So what's everybody's ultimate favorite band or song?
Queen, Freddie
Mm.
Mercury.
AC/DC. I have to
Tessa?
go back to AC/DC.
Well, I mean, like, same thing applies. I can't say that I have any one specific favorite. I do have artists that if I had to choose to listen to, I would pick an arrangement of them.
Okay, pick one. Just throw one out there. Just randomly
Uh,
throw one out there. The first one that comes to
You,
mind.
you,
Throw it
you
out there.
screwed it up.
Muse, Muse, Muse.
Okay.
Mm.
I've never
They
heard of
made
them.
the song Supermassive Black Hole that stars in the Twilight film.
I haven't
They
seen any of the
made,
Twilights. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're all men here.
Oh my goodness. They make so many good songs.
Okay.
Oh wow. You know what? I'm not gonna even respond to that. They made the song Madness. It was a top hit for like 2 years. They've made this really weird song called Knights of Calcedonia, I think.
What kind of
I
band are
can't
they?
remember how to pronounce it. Um, I guess rock. I don't really know how to
It's
describe
rock.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah, it's
I would
it's
say
rock.
that
Okay.
it's rock.
They're
Yeah.
alternative rock or anything.
Alternative, that would
Okay.
make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Sean?
Definitely Linkin Park. That was the one that got me through pretty much all my teenage years, and I unfortunately missed out before Chester passed away. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
which was the main dude. So they all broke up after that. Like I still regret to this very day that I never got the tickets to go see their last show before everything collapsed, and been
I'm
one of my biggest regrets. But ever since then,
I'm
that is
sorry,
literally
Sean,
Sorry.
what I'll listen.
but I've seen them 3 times in concert. Sorry, I have. Sorry,
I know,
man.
it makes me so sad sometimes. I'm just like, I grew up on that. That was literally the songs that I would always have, no matter what I was doing, work, driving to the shops, walking around. I used to have the MP3 player, and I used to have it always just, that was one CD, and everybody just hated me for it because I
All
felt like
right.
it was overused.
If it's that one CD, one album, which one was it?
Probably, I would say, God, it's so hard, because when you listen to them all, like obviously the newer stuff isn't like,
No.
yeah, like the newer stuff, it doesn't really, hit you with it. But Meteora, was probably the one that I
Meteora.
listened to.
That's the good one in my opinion.
I liked
That's the
Hybrid
one that
Theory.
everybody, yeah.
Hybrid
mean,
Theory
Hybrid
was
Theory,
second
yeah.
best.
Mhm.
God, they've made so many good albums. Like, I mean, the older ones, obviously, but the newer ones, not so much. It's like when I saw them that they were in like Transformers and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of when it ruined it for me. But I was like, that's because I just don't like the films, I guess. But like Minutes to Midnight, didn't really like. The whole album. We got what else? Hybrid 3, yes. But yeah. Linkin Park definitely my favorite. Always will be.
Good choice.
Or was it me?
Okay, cool.
Hello?
Cool. Oh, you there?
Yep.
Oh,
Hello.
all right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. His deal just froze, lit up, so I didn't know if it froze. But for me personally, there's two songs that I will forever keep on the top of my list, and it's an underrated British band. It's Mad at Gravity, called "Burn." You haven't heard it? Look it up. It plays in a movie with Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey, and it's really good. And then Guys Like Me by Eric Church is one of the good ones for country. Personally, that is the best song that I can say resembles me without getting too deep in the country. All right, Sparrow, what topic you got for us?
You should never pin the stuff on me because
Dude, I told you last week, the other time that this is
I
your
wrote down
podcast
some
deal. You bring the
topics.
topics and then you push it
I
off
wrote
on me
some.
again. All right, good thing I come prepared.
No,
Good thing I come
no.
prepared.
I
All right,
wrote
so
some.
every-
No.
All
Tell me what the.
right, what are they?
See, I have to my job here is to mention at least 4 of our social medias. See, that's my
Okay,
job.
go for it.
Your job is to
All right,
give
then
out
do it.
topics.
Okay.
Did
Then
you
mention the social medias?
Right. Instagram. Go check it out.
Wow.
I don't know.
Alright.
I just said I had to
I think
mention
you
it.
didn't need
I had to
social media
mention
manager,
it.
mate.
I mentioned it. We happen to have an
And
Instagram.
then the cat started dying in the background, like, he had a stroke, dude. It said it was
Just like
done.
your
He's like,
Yeah.
Just
Open
going
the
down
door.
he said, this man just pussied out.
I mean, I could
Alright.
get all formal with it, but
So-
hey, should I?
So, since I gotta be the topic guy, I'm sitting here, and there's one topic that I would have ignored if I wasn't staring at it right now. But everybody has a favorite book series, and I swear to God, Tessa, if you say Twilight, I'm a server mute you for 10 fucking minutes.
Hell no. I have taste.
Okay, good. But everybody got to have a favorite book series, from audiobooks to just, reading a book, or comic books, those count. So, in your opinion, what book series really got you into reading? Like, which one drug you in and just made you want to read some more books or finish that
Easy.
series?
Easy.
All right, Tessa, since
Easy
you're so
answer.
easy, you can go first.
Easy answer. The book name is Defy. I can't remember the author because, girl has goldfish brain. But essentially, this book is a fantasy novel. And it was, when you first read the book, it is very apparent that there is darker twists throughout this book. And it's not a book that young readers should read at all. I would highly recommend that you be at least 18 years of age when you read this book, because
It's a
there are
pop-up,
things.
isn't it?
No, it's
You
not.
need Jesus.
We understand some of us are slow like sparrows. Anyway,
It's got pictures
It's
and
a papa,
everything.
baby.
the themes of Defy do contain sexual abuse and horrible mutilation, and some, if I remember correctly, instances of animal abuse as well, which is why it is not a book for young
Well,
readers.
that's a
This
big
explains
step
your
up.
whole other side to you. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
Everybody
get
else
the
over here
book, like,
listening, like, what the?
That's a,
Do I really
that's
know
a big
you
step
anymore?
up from the Hungry Caterpillar pop-up.
God damn it!
What have I
Let
gotten
me
myself
say this.
into?
Let me say this.
Okay.
Once you get, if you're into the darker, scarier things, those series led me into other series like the Hannibal Lecter series, Silence of the Lambs, to be
50 Shades of
specific.
Grey.
This-
Not 50
This-
Shades
this-
of Grey. Never 50 Shades of Grey. If you watch
Anthony?
or read that movie, you are crazy.
Please save me
Um,
from my cannibal captor.
I mean, I don't mind
Service
being
of the Storm,
cannibalized,
that's
but it's
also a
okay.
really good book.
I got you.
I think
All
that's
right.
the worst way to
So,
go.
Ghost King, what about you guys? Since we figured out her whole.
She's a psychopath. Yes, we get it. Okay. Yes. Mine was Twilight, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Pussy.
I'd actually believe it. I would believe it.
Honestly, it
Sadly,
was
that
Harry
rule
Potter.
only.
I am taking this one, Harry Potter. I used to actually, when I was, I think, 7 or 8, I used to actually dress up as Harry Potter. Okay, and that was my favorite. I used to have the little lightning bolt on my head. I used to always listen to read the stories. I know I was a dork.
That doesn't make you a dork, liking
Can't say I
Harry
haven't
Potter,
done that
because that's
at the
just
movie
like.
theater.
Yeah, it's so
Midnight
so
showing
mean to
part
yourself.
2.
When the movies came out, they did do those those first meetings, like the first premiere views, and you'd always have to dress up, and I did. Like, it was one of my things. Harry
You're
Potter
just a fan.
alright. Yeah, I mean, I was a big
You're
fan
just
at
a
the time, and and that got me into all the fantasy stories, and then that's when I started. It wasn't always non-fiction. Like I read a lot of Japanese manga and all that. That got me into the Japanese culture, and then started learning different languages. That's how I taught myself. I mean, I can't remember most of it now because I'm too old, but back in the day, I was young.
Mm. Got you. What about
And
you,
I
Ghost?
lost it. So.
This guy here took what I was gonna say and ran with it.
Oh
bro.
shit!
You mother.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Don't let
copycats
him
here.
lie to you.
Yeah, what?
Don't let him lie to you. Ghost can't read.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Ghost could do anything because he's just a ghost.
I don't know, man.
Very true. That's why I spend all day inside May. That's all I do.
Inside what?
Hello? That's Herbert Poppy.
All right, Sparrow. What about you?
Well, unlike most, for the midnight showing of my book, you can't really dress up because you'd be considered a Nazi. My favorite
Mein Kampf?
book.
Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah, The Diary of Anne Frank is my favorite book in the whole world. Although, I did see this meme
remember
once.
that.
I did see this meme once where, like, why they can't have a Diary of Anne Frank on Broadway show. And because someone would yell in the crowd, "They're below you!" I started
I
bursting
actually get
out
that.
laughing. I started bursting out laughing. It's like, hey, they're in the attic.
It's sad that we're the only ones that find that funny.
But anywho, yeah, it's just a really good book. It tells about good history and whatnot. Like World War II, of course, like best moment to learn about in history, in my opinion. All right, World War I, it had its moments, but World War II, it's where we really, really thrive. And you learn from someone's mistakes and try again next time.
All right. Well, personally, I have.
Honestly-
Continue.
Honestly, like, there are a lot of people that think that reading doesn't help you and it's not beneficial, even though it's scientifically proven that it is. But when you find a book that piques your interest, it's eye-opening, to say the least. Because everybody at some point in their life has read something that they just kind of went, oh, light bulb moment. Maybe I should look further into this.
Yeah, the back of a Captain Crunch box is amazing.
Honestly, reading anything was an escape from reality for me when I was younger, so I
Right.
didn't really.
Yeah. Like, personally, the books that got me sucked into reading was actually gonna. I don't know. There's 4 book series I'm going to name. There's the Maximum Ride series, which I never finished the second book, but it's what got me into reading. After reading the first one, I bought all the other ones, and then life got a little rough for me, so I never got to finish them. But they're sitting on the shelf over there. I'll get to them one day. But the Rule of Three, about surviving when nukes go off, that was a good one. There's a 3-book series. It's really well and teaches you everything. But the ultimate book that sucked me in was the Expeditionary Force. That was such a good book series.
That is such a good book. I never finished it yet. I really need to finish it.
And I'm on book 10 personally. I'm still listening to it. It's by Craig Allison. Shout out, man, if you're ever viewing this. That is the best book series I've ever read by far. It is funny. It is sad. I broke out crying on like 3 of the books because it got hit so hard. And it gets you liking so many characters, and then it throws curveballs at you left and right. And then your emotions start flaring up because, like, personally, as a science fiction book, I would never expected that. Like, Tanya Huff, she writes good stories, but her books never had emotional hooks. So, like, when I listened to this book and read this book, it pulled and it pushed. And if any of you guys in here want to listen to it, I have an Audible with all the books. Just hit me up and I'll let you borrow it so you can listen to all of them. But they're really fucking great.
It is a good book. I haven't finished it yet, and I've been.
It's so good. They're getting ready to make a TV series about it.
Now I'll watch that. All right, I'll go watch.
They made a trailer already.
Yeah, I already saw the trailer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about books and movies, I just want to point out that all the people that watched the movies for the Divergent series and didn't read the books, you're
feel bad
making a mistake.
Am I really making up that big a mistake?
You're making a mistake to just watch the movies.
No.
Read the books.
The movie,
Don't
movies, and
It's the same. That is the same thing with the movie Ready Player One. If you did not read the book, you will not realize how badly they screwed that movie up.
Freaking, have you guys read the
Movies.
I
Maze Runner
literally
series?
watched that movie today.
Have you guys Have you guys read
Yes.
the Maze Runner series?
I've
Maze
not read
Runner?
it.
I
I've watched
have
it.
not. I
Maze
haven't even
Runner
seen the movies.
Has the movies? Oh, good. The movies are good. I will say that the movies are good, but there's so many crucial details that they miss in the movies that are in the books. And
Movies
the
don't
same
do
can be said
their
for
books
the Harry
justice.
Potter series as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
TV
definitely, definitely.
definitely.
TV
Movies do
series
not do
typically
book
hit
justice.
better.
Though I will say.
Yeah,
the one-
TV series do books justice. Because if you read
They got
Tanya
more
Huff's
time.
True Lies book and then you watch the TV series, everything lines up because they can fit everything in with different episodes. Unlike movies, you got a 1 hour 45 to 3 hour minute, and then hopefully it makes enough money so we can make a second one.
There's only
No, I agree with that completely.
there's only like one movie adaptation that I read about, which was Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Like I read all those,
Oh my god.
and I watched all those. They added a bunch of crap to the movie series, like to the movies.
It doesn't matter. They were both really good. I
Like,
don't give a fuck.
The White Orc in The Hobbit, the White Orc does not exist in the book. Not at all.
Mm,
The White Orc was
Honestly-
supposed to be what would you say? Because they didn't want. You know how Marvel with the Avengers is doing what they're doing with their comic books. That's what they were trying to do with the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Genuinely, there are very few movies that I really truly enjoy, and the Lord of the Rings series is one of my top. It's one of my favorites. I have all of the movies on DVD.
I
They
was forced
sit
to watch
in
them
my
all the
room.
time.
I freaking
Planet of the Apes.
I
Over
love
and over
it.
and over. Planet of the Apes, yes.
Have you
I wasn't
read the
First
books?
one.
Hold on. Did
I
you
didn't
just
read the
watch the
books. I
movies
didn't
or
like
did
the
you read the
movies.
books?
I didn't read the books, and I didn't like the movie.
Okay. Here's the problem. The only movie out of all of them that actually lined up was with the books, which ironically is going to be hilarious, but it's the one with the Mark Wahlberg in it.
Mm,
The only one that actually lined up perfectly with the books. The rest, they were completely fan fiction. They made it all on their own story.
little fun facts there. There you go. Everybody's learning.
I mean,
It was.
I don't
That
know
was
about
the
you
one
guys.
that I enjoyed actually. So
I mean, it's good, but it's just. I don't know. I'm very picky on my books and movie things. Like, I watched Ready Player One, then I went and read the book, which is on my Audible, and I was listening to the book, and I was getting pissed. I'm like, wait a minute, this didn't happen in the movie. The fuck? All these key parts. Oh, it was so stupid.
I mean, do you watch the movie first or do you read the book first? That
Oh well, in that case, I ended up watching the movie first, then found out there was a book that I went and read it.
It really depends, like, you know, which one you find out is first, you know.
Mhm.
Like, when I was a kid, I knew about the Harry Potter movies, but I didn't know that they were books as well. Like, so I saw the movies,
Uh.
and then I learned about the books.
I haven't read either or seen. The only one I've seen with the Harry Potter is the one with the guy. He's like all curled up in a black blanket on the train in the corner, and then this little like
That is
demon-looking thing
Voldemort.
comes in,
That is.
and he's like, ah! And then the dude's like, he like kills the demon with his wand. He like wakes up and shit. I don't know.
Oh, that is a what the fuck do they
It was
call
like
them?
a wraith.
They're like reapers.
It was like a wraith or some
yes,
shit.
it's like a wraith. They have specific names for them, but I can't remember
what
them
are you
right
talking
now
about?
for the life of me.
The movie with the Lord of
black
the with
cloak figure.
yeah.
Dementors.
yeah, those
Dementors.
Yeah.
they're like it was the one where like
Yeah.
Dementors are
Harry
Harry Potter.
there was like Harry, I think it was Ron and that girl. They were sitting on a train. There was that black guy that's all fucking curled up in a ball. It was
Mhm.
like
I mean, right
nobody
over
knew
the
he was
Yeah.
a
top.
dude.
No,
And Harry was eating
Yes,
something, and then like started to get his face sucked off. Started to get his
I'm
face
pretty
sucked
sure
off, and then that dude just jumps up.
that was the
His
werewolf
movie?
dude. That was Professor. What's his
Um,
name? In the train. I know what train you're
Professor
talking about.
Lupin.
Professor
Mhm.
Lupin. Yep.
Lupin. Yes, him.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's like the second or third movie.
And doesn't that one also
the
have the
Prisoner of
Griffin
Azkaban.
that where like the big
Third.
fat guy tries to
Third.
teach everyone how to fly the Griffin?
That is the fourth one. That's Mad Eye Moody. He comes in the fourth one.
Oh my goodness,
Whoa.
Mad Eye. Mad Eye is in a fucking mood. Oh
Dude,
my
I
goodness.
love Mad Eye. He's
This
awesome.
this man carries around a flask with a freaking I don't know what's in it, and he gets pissed off.
It's
and
a
I put the
Polyjuice
top down
potion.
and be like,
Polyjuice.
That
"What's
wasn't
in
him.
this
Like
sack of-"
at the beginning, that wasn't him. That
Oh,
was
no,
that
it
what's that
definitely
kid's name?
wasn't him.
It was the
But it was
Ministers of
uh,
Magic
Oh, right.
Son.
the minister's son. Yes. But Kevin, do you remember that his name? The minister's son.
Oh crap! What was it? Oh, I know it too.
Kevin. Do you remember Harry Potter, the minister's son?
Oh, it gives me a good time to mention that we have a Facebook. That if you want to go to Facebook and look up the Exile Soldiers
the
Facebook.
minister's son.
Are we-
Harry
You
Potter.
can-
Cornelius Fudge?
No, that's somebody else.
Fuck.
It's not Cornelius Fudge.
Barty Crouch.
Barty
Mm,
Crouch.
Yeah, yes.
Barty
yes,
Crouch.
Yes. Yes, him. Wasn't he supposed to be in prison for
Yes,
committing murder?
he. I think he either broke out or like like got away before something like that.
No,
They did a
he
mass
didn't,
breakout
he
of
didn't get away
Azkaban.
before that. They did, there was this huge explosion, and this is told in, I think, one of the last
This is no. This is in the third movie, Prisoner of Azkaban, because the explosion at Azkaban released Bellatrix Lestrange, a few others. You know,
and then the wand,
Barty
the
Crouch.
person who had the wand, they wanted to ask, Voldemort was talking to I think the last wand storekeep where Dumbledore's wand was.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys lost
Flanders.
me, but I'm still
Flanders.
115%
Mhm.
confident that the Punisher would win the entire Harry Potter series.
I don't.
I didn't like
think
the
he
Punisher,
would.
actually.
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, it
No.
really depends on which
What?
Punisher you're
Hold on.
talking about.
We're talking
The
comic
original's
book
good.
Punisher, the one that's cursed by death herself, where he cannot die unless he kills himself.
Okay, so
No.
we're not talking about the Netflix adaptation, you know?
I'm
No,
I'm
we're
Oh,
talking the
about
legit original
movie.
Punisher.
Although
I'm talking about legit original comic book Punisher dude who literally the only reason he died was because he shot himself. I'm a big Punisher fan.
that we can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Honestly,
Do you know? Honestly, did
there's
you
been
know that the
Punisher-
Punisher has a new comic book coming out called The Iron Punishment? I think it's already out, but basically War Machine, aka Rhodey, gets killed, and the Punisher takes Rhodey's War Machine suit, and he goes on a
Shall we
rampage,
just
killing a bunch of
ruin
villains.
this story for everybody? Got it.
Yeah, what
Actually, no.
But
Actually, it
fine.
doesn't ruin the
Screw
story. That's like
everybody,
happens.
curiosity.
That happens in like comic book page 1. All
I
right.
feel like we need spoilers.
There's a lot more to the story.
Spoiler
Okay.
warning.
All right, Sean.
What about?
I mean, y'all just did that to Harry Potter to me.
Listen,
The sack.
everybody,
What?
everybody who has been ever interested in anything remotely regarding to witchcraft has watched Harry Potter.
No, because I'm pretty sure I watched The Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel before I watched Harry Potter.
Oh,
And then that
wow.
Nicolas
Under a
Cage
rock
movie
movie?
where he went with Ron Perlman, where he went killed the witch.
I mean, if we're gonna make a comparison, Harry Potter is basically the Twilight of mainstream media.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I said
I
what I
can't.
meant.
I don't know about that
Sorry,
one.
No.
guys. Twilight was.
I don't-
mainstream
I-
I
and it
think
was
you need to
so
go to the
bad,
corner and just think
just-
about your
just-
actions.
honestly,
How about them
okay,
Band of Brothers TV series?
I don't know what that is, but
Hey,
me
quick
saying
switch.
that- me saying that is not saying that Harry Potter was a bad series, because it was a very good series. It was just so overhyped for those of us who went
Okay,
into
I can
it
agree with that.
blind. Yes, for those of us who went into it blind, it didn't live up to the hype.
Yo, I'm telling you right
It's
now.
like most video
Harry,
games nowadays.
Harry Potter's
That
the
was-
bad guy.
Everything is-
alright?
Beforehand.
Harry
so
Potter's
that's
the
why
bad
it was
guy. He
a-
beats up a
Shade
kid
for
with
this.
asthma.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
you-
shade for this, but
Of course, controversial stuff.
the overhype that happened to Harry Potter happened to Endgame, and the same reaction was given to me, because I
Mhm.
did go see Endgame.
They overhyped
and it was
Endgame?
yes, they did. It
Yes,
was
they
I guess
did.
the only
lackluster
difference
at
was they
best.
made the most money out of every single movie there is.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm pretty sure they compensated if they
They
overhyped.
well overdid Avatar.
Can I say I haven't even watched Endgame yet.
I feel bad for you, dude. Nobody's.
Dude, you gotta watch it. Like,
Honestly,
it has
How
its ups
big
and
of
downs.
you
Last
are you of a
Avengers I
comic
watched
fan?
Was
if you
Winter
wanna
Soldier.
watch-
Oh,
Winter Soldier is
okay.
good.
Sean, how big of a comic book fan are you?
I'm a big comic book fan. It's just that I've been
Okay,
living
do you
in
know
the middle
how-
of a desert
do you know
for
how
all these
hockey-
years.
If this motivates you, are you a big Hawkeye fan?
Not entirely, no.
Okay,
Well,
but do
my-
you know how Hawkeye turns into this guy, this like vigilante called Ronin?
Mm-hmm.
They imply that in game if that motivates you to go watch it. It's really fucking badass. He has the best
remember
scenes in the
watching that.
entire
if you
movie.
have Disney Plus, you can watch like in order, like all the
I'm
the
poor, I'm
Avengers
Why don't we
affiliated
talk
movies.
about
I
that?
mean, I can share with you.
Why don't we talk about Disney Plus?
Well, we're
I
not
hate it.
sponsored by them, so no, I will
Honestly.
not.
Yeah, they probably sue us if we
Oh,
talk about
really?
Disney Plus.
Dude, they'll sue you just for
Why
like
don't we
looking
talk
at the
about
logo.
Okay,
So how about that
Plus
book
is-
Congo?
I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, like, Disney Plus.
Disney
is
screws
nice.
everything up.
Honestly, they should
once
have
they buy
so
it,
many different
it's broke.
entertainments.
Once they buy it, it's
Yeah.
broke.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My personal reputation with Disney is Disney makes good first movies, but if they ever make a second or pick up another series, they end up ruining it. They can't uphold
Their
expectations
biggest
for some reason.
mistake, Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. And then
Thank
they almost
God you
they
said
almost
that.
blew freaking
Oh
the
my
Marvel
God.
series.
Dude, don't even get me
Freaking-
started.
I just have a
They had to literally, if I remember right, I don't remember which movie it was, but one of the Avengers or Captain America's or something. They put out there, then they had to take it quickly off the market so nobody could watch it or do anything because they screwed something up in the movie. And then they had to re-release it like 2 months later. It was stupid. Like,
I can
Not to
remember that
mention that whole Sonic the Hedgehog. And
oh
God.
yeah, that
Y'all
too.
remember
one. Okay, hang
when
on.
the
I don't know about you
original-
guys, but I found that
I
movie
haven't
to be
seen it.
quite funny.
I haven't seen it.
No.
Just like I haven't seen
the
Pikachu.
original character design for Sonic the Hedgehog,
Before
before we cyberbullied them into fixing that shit, that's what I'm talking about.
Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Sonic.
That was
I go fast.
horrifying. Like, Sonic's original design
what's his name?
for Sonic for that movie was horrifying. It
What's
was
his-
absolutely
Yeah, I'd
awful.
seen
Yeah.
that.
What's
I
his-
think
who's
so many kids saw
I
that
can't
and
remember
they
the
just
name.
like cried.
the villain? Who plays the villain? I forget. What's his
Eggman?
name?
You mean
What's
Let
his
me guess.
name? I can see his face. What's his name?
Did you know they actually tried to replace Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean when they went to make
Until
a new
he
movie,
won the
but
court.
entire
Let's go.
yeah,
Man's
yeah,
for
and then
the
like,
win.
and he also had fan backing. Everybody was flipping crap. They were like, "You can't just replace Jack Sparrow." The
so
sad
do
you have
mean
7
who played
movies.
Dr. Eggman? Dr. Eggman was played by, I'm pretty sure, Jim Carrey.
Yes, Dr. Eggman was
Jim
played
Carrey,
by
that's
Jim
his name.
Carrey.
Dude, okay, so what I was
Yes.
just saying was, when they
Jack
got the
Sparrow,
backlash,
also known as Johnny Depp, he did get a shit ton of backlash
of course he did.
because of Amber something.
Amber Heard.
I don't fucking know. Amber Heard. I can actually tell you all about that because I fucking love Johnny Depp, and I am
Do you want to know
livid
what's funny
about
too?
the shit that
Did-
happened with Amber Heard and him.
Do you want to know
Yeah.
why he got to play Pirates of the Caribbean for so long?
Why?
Disney made him make a pledge to him that he would not do any more drugs as long as he was being Jack Sparrow. And then the moment they said they didn't have another movie coming, he got back into drugs and they looked at him. He's like, putting it away.
Never heard
It
that
was
one.
so funny.
Bad
Somebody has
kids,
an
don't do 'em.
You know,
they have an
like-
entire article over that.
touching on the backlash that came from the Deep versus Heard case. That is a prime example of what women should never do. Ever. Ever fucking ever. Never.
Ever.
For those of you who
Okay.
are
It was great
unaware-
when the court ruled
the
that
chat.
it was actually her that did all the abusing.
Oh yes,
Right.
it was.
It was amazing.
It
I was like,
That was
literally
awesome.
Let's go.
proven because she put out cigarettes on his face, defecated in his
Man.
bed, cut off part of his finger, was extremely verbally abusive to his kids, had punched him in the face, and Johnny Depp had even had a recording of her getting physical with him when they were having an
Good.
argument, and he did not raise a hand to her a single time during that
Dude.
entire thing.
No matter what anybody says, Johnny Depp is probably the only guy who conquered drugs and somehow changed the entire world with a
I
court
beg to
case.
differ because Robert something Jr.
Robert
plays-
Williams? Robin Williams?
No, he
Robert
plays-
Or Robert Downey
California.
Jr. No, it's not.
Robbie Downer.
Oh,
Robert
yeah.
Downey Jr.
He got
is
over
also
his
an
drug addiction.
icon. He is also
Yeah.
an icon when it comes to that because he did come from a really bad childhood. Like it was bad.
I mean, the man
for
went to
him.
prison for his drugs and crap.
Yeah.
You know, there's a
exactly.
funny
He was
story
a
about that
president, now
guy,
he's a
too.
Star, man. Do you know how like astonishing that is?
Yeah, I get that. And he's also probably the only. There used to be a meme. They went, "What would happen if Tony Stark was a black guy?" And then they said, "Still played by Robert Downey Jr."
Oh,
If
Tropic
you've
Thunder.
seen Tropic Thunder, he played a
Thunder.
black guy. He
Yeah.
literally painted himself black just to play a black guy. It was great.
I mean, like,
Yeah. Before we move on,
I don't know.
I have to mention, if you go to patreon.com, you can look up Excel Soldiers and subscribe to their Patreon, where this podcast will be here early for the Patreon supporters, and then it'll be on YouTube. So go to patreon.com/ExiledSoldiers.
No cap though, I forgot we were doing a podcast. You just interrupted
Tessa
our
found a new group
conversation.
to geek out with. Tessa found a new group to geek out with. She's like, oh, I'm in my element now. Oh, honeycombs, honeycombs.
Dude, if you want to see me truly geek out, get me an 18+ crowd, start talking to me about BDSM.
Oh,
Y'all
Alright,
need.
alright. That will not be.
No.
Yeah. Totally.
You're
We
like,
could do that
"Shut
later.
up."
Well, there goes our sponsor at Disney.
Somebody get the duct tape. We gotta tape her mouth shut. All right, come on, let's go.
Shame on you.
Please do.
All right, so we've been on movies for a while and books, but everybody has a hero in their life. I don't care what hero, if it comes from a past dictator to a person just randomly that was written a story
This
about, or a
is-
comic book hero. Who is your hero? Who is
This is an
the
easy
guy that
question.
motivates you?
Easy question.
You
You.
shut up.
We don't even
I
know
s-
who it is.
What? Hold on a second. What? Sean? What? All right, Ghost, you go.
roundabout back. Give me one moment.
Okay,
Give me a round.
Sparrow.
It's Elon Musk. All right, you can't tell me you can have 4 companies and be as cool as you are right now, and make so much money, get big loans from NASA, bro. Out of here. Neuralink, Boring Company, Tesla, and SpaceX, bro.
So,
This dude.
He's your hero because he's successful?
Did
that
you buy his flamethrower?
I wanted one, bro. They sold out before I could get one.
Tessa, what about you?
This is gonna sound
Yep.
super cheesy, but my mom.
If you have multiples,
My
go
mom
ahead and
is-
say all of them too. But continue.
Oh, I can't really say the other one on
Um,
podcast.
You know, deadass. Yeah, seriously, it would have to be my mom. She was a single mom up until 2 or 3 years ago. For a majority of my life, she did college while she was raising 2 kids on her own, and now she's a rehab counselor, and she gardens now, and she has all of these things that she does, and she still makes time for her kids. She makes time to do the things that she loves, and seeing my mom go through the things that she went through throughout my youth just inspires me daily. Like when we did hit the rough patches in our life, when we were, going dumpster diving for tennis shoes for school the next year, we always had our mom, and she was there for us through a lot of it. And it's super fucking cheesy and it's basic as shit, but
It's not really
she's
cheesy.
my icon. She's
Shout
my
out to
idol.
all the mums.
Deadass, like
Yeah.
moms who
Amen.
literally put
Yeah.
their life on the line to
Oh,
support
Mikey.
their kids.
Dad's too. Dad's too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Don't worry, Mikey. I love you.
Dad's
I don't
too.
know about
Yes,
that one,
definitely
Chief. Nah,
dad's
nah.
too. Like I can't say
Love you, Mikey.
anything about my dad because he's deadbeat, but there are parents out there who do
Yeah, my
anything
mom's like
for their
that
children.
sometimes. She's gotten better
Yeah, Anthony is best dad.
Yes,
though. My dad's a
Ghost.
beast too.
Okay.
Ghost is a great father. His daughter is
Oh.
just an absolute. She's fucking adorable. But I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Did anyone
Okay, what about you, Sean? Who's your hero?
Apologies.
Oh, I don't know. There's just been too many people in my life that have come and gone, so it's just like
It can be a fictional guy too, like superhero stuff. I just said
honestly,
that.
we were talking about Robin Williams, like when he just
Robert Downey Jr., but
yeah.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, I know, but
Williams, yes.
Robin
Williams is everybody's hero, though.
I mean, it's true. I mean, can you blame everybody? It's just how he was.
No, I
Like, I
don't.
loved him. All his videos and like movies and everything that he did as a person. And that's what I wanted to grow up to be. That I could be that funny guy, or I could be that person that people actually looked up to. And he's humble. He keeps it straight. He's just like, that's just how it was. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
obviously
had
my
a-
parents,
Yeah.
yes, but Robin Williams, he just had it all. He had all the money and all that, but he didn't care about that. He wasn't materialistic. He was happy, and the way he left this world, I feel so sorry for anybody that ever, you know, does any of that sort of stuff. It's just like you've got so much more potential in this world, and hopefully, people like me will carry on his legacy for the rest of our lives, and in memory of him, and anybody that was like him. That's where I see the heroes. The heroes aren't just like individual people. I just see them as everybody's a hero at one stage,
Torch
and everybody has
carriers.
that chance.
Mm.
We all carry on someone's legacy with our every time someone else is born. That person will carry on my legacy.
Yeah.
Or if I change someone in my life, then they can change someone in their lives. You pay it forward is what I like to say. So heroes are
a
pretty
good
much
karma.
everybody. Yeah.
A good karma, yeah. Like,
All right, Ghost.
All right, so once again, somebody appears to have stole my answer. This time it wasn't her fault
fuck
because
you, I couldn't know.
she didn't know it. She didn't know this one this time. But my answer was my mom. She was, single mother the entire time until I was like over 22, and she raised me. Went to school full time, got a master's degree while working full time as well. And honestly, that's the reason I parent the way I do, even though a lot of times I want to give up and give in shit, but I can't do it because I saw how she struggled and she still got through it. So that's what keeps me going through it day by day. So yeah, she's mine.
Me, I like everybody's answers. I have a lot of idols and heroes as well. Like, especially a lot of older people that you guys wouldn't know of. Like, if you go watch My All American, you'll hear about Freddie Steinmark. But I'm actually gonna have to give a shout out to somebody who actually still works with me, still talks to me. But Andrew Brown, he is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach and teacher, and he is a really good guy. He busts his ass every day to train a gym, to work, to do things. He's going through some rough times now, but it's cool. But like he taught me a lot of my self-restraint and everything when doing jiu-jitsu and how not to give up and everything. Even though I already carried that attitude in there because of my past, but Andrew Brown was like that dad away from home that wasn't trying to be a dad, but like just came off that way. So I'll have to give him that shout out because of the fact that, despite when I first got my driver's license and I was working at Mazio's, he came out and made sure that my lights were turned on at that night because I was fucking retard. I was used to automatic lights. and I just got in and I was getting ready to drive off. And he's like, "Hey, forgot to turn your lights on." I was like, "That's a thing." But yeah,
Just
no,
like,
Andrew Brown. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on his Facebook page for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Rise. He's a good trainer too, and he's a good guy.
Speaking of social media,
just a casual shout out to other sadly passed away icons. Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin
Shout
was
out to
the
him.
biggest.
Honestly,
Like when it comes to people like that,
Bob
I
Ross.
got to meet him
I
before
miss
he
Ken
passed.
Miles.
Bob Ross, guys.
I'm not a
Ross.
real. I'm a dumb person when it comes to Bob Ross. I've only heard his name.
He
Bob
made
Ross,
happy little accidents.
yeah.
Bob,
Oh, is he the guy that everybody thought
think
drew pictures where
that-
he had dead bodies?
no. Speaking about Bob Ross, I wanted to, bring up one of my favorite little shows that he did. It was after his wife passed away, and this one's actually kind of famous. He was doing this painting, and he was painting this photo with some blacks and grays, and he was like, you got to put a little bit of black in there because it reminds you of the bad time. It gives you the bad times, so those good times are so much better. Saying like, my wife has passed away and she's gone, but that won't take away from the fact that I lived a very long and happy marriage with her, and happier days will come sooner or later. And that just gives a lot of the youth that um, I did like counseling with when I volunteered at youth groups. I would tell them about these things, and they'd be like, this gives me a sense of hope because, like, I'm going through a hard time right now and life seems gray and bleak, but there are the good times that I have had. Like, seeing how people like Robin Williams, Steve Irwin, Bob Ross, and so many other icons like them change youth, it's astonishing.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to give a shout out to another man too. This is probably everybody's childhood kid, Mr. Rogers.
Oh, dude. Don't
Yes,
even get me started.
that man.
Mr. Rogers.
Oh, dude.
That dude hit kids throughout just hit kids, dude. Like that. The show, Mr. Rogers.
Why?
just
I don't
hit
think we're
kids
watching
like
the
what
same
it was.
Mr. Rogers.
Dude, when he tackled topics on racism, he was underhand polite
Even-
underhand type of shit. Like, I'm gonna share this pool with
he
this
was
man
like
because all
Mr.
those
Rogers in the
stars
death
are
battle.
there, still good man.
I just want to say
you know?
that the movie about Mr. Rogers, I don't think it did it justice. I don't think they did it justice. Not for the movie.
They,
at
like, like if you listen to epic rap battles of history, Mr. Roger versus Mr. T, they hit Mr. Roger right on the nail.
Never watched that one
Y'all,
actually.
dead ass. Though. Have you guys remember Bill Nye the Science Guy, right?
Oh
Yes,
my
dude. You know he
Yes,
does TikToks
yes.
now. He does
Yes.
TikToks.
Did you see him pop off about wearing masks?
I
No, I didn't.
do not watch
No, he
TikTok, but I
does
do know he does
Oh my
TikTok.
goodness. He did a video. I saw a clip on it, and he was like, "Y'all can use some common sense. Wear your mask."
Oh yeah, that one.
Basically,
That
everyone was like,
one. I personally, I can't wear masks too long because, like I had example today at work. I suck in too much CO2 or something. Like I get bloody noses at the end of work really bad. Literally came home and my entire mask was full of fucking blood. I wear it because of people. I respect people, but personally, when I'm outside, not in a building, I don't wear a mask. I don't like
honestly,
bleeding to
that's
death every 10
reasonable.
seconds.
That's reasonable.
I don't
Like,
like-
there are... Okay, so I'm gonna say this, give a disclaimer. COVID-19 is a real issue.
Mhm.
It is something that people do need to be cautious of, and I do highly
We're going to
recommend
like
you
hire
wearing your
her as
mask.
like a host or something here because she's taking my job.
I'm sorry. I'm just
I
good
know,
at
right?
I'm just good at commanding the room.
But
It's just
anyway,
Alright,
we
yeah,
do
but-
need to
but-
move on to our last subject because we're running out of time here.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
you three are on a Discord server called Hangout and whatnot. So if you all wanted to talk a little bit about
That's
what?
just to keep it professional, guys.
Don't red bar you. I swear to God.
Let's red bar again.
No, I have it turned down. It's okay. Anywho, if you guys want. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought it's.
Broke it.
Hang on, I
Broke.
thought the thing. Okay, we're good. Anywho, if y'all want to talk about that for a second, you guys go right ahead.
Actually, Ghost leads it. So, Ghost, would you like to tell us about your server, the Hangout?
Well, it's just a new starting up server, trying to get a bunch of friends together, a place for like minds to get together and talk about all their interests. Right now, it's just all it is friends at this point. Trying to get it bigger, maybe go the whole BDSM route, or just be a friend server in general. So, still seeing which way it goes with it. That's about it.
Yeah, cool.
Here's me sitting here dumb as heck the hangout.
Speaking of Discord,
What?
link in the Discord for the Exile Soldiers Discord, where we do our podcast and we, do tournaments and we do giveaways sometimes, rarely. and just all around hanging out. And if Anthony's okay,
Okay.
we'll leave a
Alright.
link to the hangout in the description if he wants.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Cool.
Also, before we close this off, we do have a tournament going on right now that is active until the end of December. I have 2 boxes of LED lights. The person who can email, send me, or somehow get in touch with me, either good picture drawn, song, or something that you made yourself that makes you feel good, the one that hits home the best with how me or Sparrow are feeling when we look at them will win the LED boxes. Will be shipped to you after we choose the winner, but you have until December 31st to put in your time.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Another thing, I didn't do it justice earlier today, but Instagram, if you want to go check out our Instagram, where we release a bunch of cool stuff, give cool insights on tournaments or anything that's happening around, just go to Instagram /exiled soldiers, exiled_soldiers, and you'll catch us up there. It's free to follow. And then
The Facebook group is just called Exile Soldiers, or you can
Yeah.
find it through me from the Discord.
And because we have a legitimate sponsor for the first time, John Cinematics is sponsored us today, so give a cool shout out to that.
Yay.
And I guess that concludes our podcast today, and we like to give our Patreon supporters thank you. And this will be aired on the Exile Soldiers YouTube channel. And then I guess we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good one.